Simon, are you still doing long drive? Simon, I haven't seen you hit your long drive driver for ages. Simon, you suck at YouTube. These are all the questions I get asked all the time, so let's do a Q&A. So there's my little man cave that I do all my speed training. Obviously I don't hit any balls because they'd fly over the back of those trees back onto the 13th, but yes, anyway, that's why I do all my speed training. I'm a Super C6, I'm a long drive driver, and I do get asked a lot, am I still doing long drive? I haven't posted in ages. So let's set up the camera, we're gonna go fire through all your questions. If you wanna get a question in for the next Q&A, please leave a comment down below and I will go through them and I will answer them, hence Q&A. Let's do it. Are you doing long drive? Yes, I am doing long drive. Obviously, progress has been so slow. There's only so much you can watch me swing a golf club and swing it half a mile an hour from week to week, faster and faster. But we're making some good changes, and I have got a new driver coming tomorrow, which is very exciting, which is hopefully going to get us across that 400-yard mark on the GC2. What do you do outside of golf/YouTube? Great question. Nothing. When it comes to 35 hours in the shop, 20 hours coaching, 25 hours YouTube, gym, long drive training, seeing my wife, newborn come December, not much else. But I love doing this. This is my hobby. Yeah, can't complain. I'm a pro, so I don't have a handicap. Turned pro off 3 just purely so I could do my PGA. Started playing golf when I was 17, got down to 3 when I was 20, did my PGA, and I'm here now. Best game improvement irons, loving the content, ping G series, whatever. 400, 410, 20, 25, cast, cheap, forgiving, high launching, you name it. Why is it called a quid and why have a pound also? Dollar users want to know. I don't know, I imagine it's old English. At the same time, is that weird if I went 450 British sterling? Jason was obviously in a rush. Wedges and pitching. No idea what you're asking. Very important though, do practice them. What are the best game improvement irons? Again, ping G, cheap, whatever. Anything with a cavity back on it's going to be good. Is equipment, especially drivers, really so much better today than 10 years ago? How does a day in your life go? Question number 1, no. Drivers have pretty much reached their legal limit or ball speeds on the face for a very long time. Launch and spin numbers are the biggest thing. Making sure you've got the right loft and shaft in the head to maximize on that, the better. Technology hasn't improved whatsoever. If you could go, oh, and how does a day in your life go? I wake up at 6 in the morning. I get back from the gym at 9:30 at night. Golf match loser gets a tattoo. You tattoo me. I'm guessing that says if you win also. I want to get a tattoo. I don't think I can pin it on a game of golf, especially the amount I practice, but I'm up for a game of golf nonetheless. Let's get it sorted. Favorite golf on tour, Eddie Pepperell, local boy to me around here, and also he's got a great blog. Go and check it out online. Gives you a great insight to the tour itself. How does grip size affect one's golf swing and ball flight? At the end of the day, personally, grip size is down to the person, what feels the most comfortable. Now, having too small a grip, they say it makes your hands overactive and hits it left. Too big a grip makes it hit to the right. There is some science behind that, but at the end of the day, there's bigger floor and swing mechanics that affect club face direction. I think the main thing is making sure your hands are comfortably connected to the golf club throughout the entire swing. So if you have got big hands, get a thicker grip. And also, if you've got arthritis or your hands get sore when playing golf, get a thicker grip. I'd have to see your golf swing to recommend anything else, but that's about it. For a beginner that does not have a handicap yet, when do you think is the best time to pay for a membership to a golf club? I've spent twice a week for 8 months on the range but feel intimidated about joining a club. What would you recommend? Now obviously if you want to get a handicap, you're going to have to join a golf club and you're going to have to obviously get membership, but just have a look. There's so many good offers for memberships. I don't know whereabouts you live, but just pick a golf club that's obviously not super expensive, allows you to get a handicap and has plenty of competitions. That's key. Make sure they've got competitions on days that work for you, so then you can meet new people, play the game, play competitively and get a handicap as well. I think that's key. Clive has gone in. I'm going to leave the post up there so you can read it. I'm not going to read it all out. Clive, I'd have to see your launch and spin numbers. But if the ball's obviously dying out of the air too early, then obviously you're not spinning enough, and hitting up on the ball is not going to help your spin numbers. Actually hitting through and down on it's going to help your spin numbers. 2.5 is what you want for your spin. Launch is going to be about 12 ideally, and then to be honest, for your club head speed, 210, 220 is probably about right. You probably get 240, 250 on perfect launch conditions, no wind, everything else. I'm experiencing crazy backspin on all my shots, especially my drives. I'm using an M3 weights forward, tent side, Pro V1, You're obviously hitting down on the golf ball too much. In terms of spin, basically works, and obviously you hit the ball relatively hard, which is brilliant. The problem is, the more you hit down, the bigger that angle between the face, i.e. the loft, and your descent angle, the more spin you produce. So hitting up on a golf ball, for example, with your driver, and that loft being on the same angle produces pretty much zero spin, or close, or less I should say. Anyway, it's always going to spin backwards. So having that loft, you're always going to spin the ball. But if you're coming down this way with your drives, which I imagine you probably are, or coming across it slightly, that's why you're spinning the ball too much. Maybe put the ball a bit further forward. Try and get the feeling of hitting up and through the ball will help. And that's with all your clubs. Obviously irons still always hit down, maybe not as much as you're already doing. Will you get subscribers involved in your YouTube videos? E.g. match play at Burford. I'd love to, definitely. Now I've got less, or more time I should say, after the summer. It's been so busy. But as I said, with obviously free time, I don't have much. I'm always creating. So if there is afternoon, I'd be good to get some subscribers in. We'll do a bit of a mini tournament, match play, whatever it is. What is the most important part of the game to practice, to improve at golf as a beginner? Also, what can I practice at home? Short game, short game, short game. You can learn more about your chipping, putting, wedge play that will help your long game than the other way around. So 40-yard pitch shots, putting, chipping, it teaches you all the necessary impact factors that you need in your long game as well. Putting on a mat at home, putting on a carpet at home, pick a tee, in the mirror, putting. Honestly, it's going to reduce your handicap so much. Have you ever considered giving swing tips, especially with your long drive, swing knowledge? Love your channel and content, thank you. No, I find it very boring to make and very boring to watch. There's so much coaching advice out there. Obviously, I feel like once I've won a European event in long drive, or I've got a title or some acclaim, then I probably could give some long drive advice, but at the moment I haven't got that. So I don't necessarily, I'm still learning myself, as well as all the other coaching stuff. I find it highly boring to watch, so I find it very difficult to make. I have tried it in the past. There's so much coaching content out there, you don't need me to tell you as well. Michael Smith has gone in. What is the strongest and weakest part of your game? Driving strongest, weakest short game. What is your lowest score, home course and away? Lowest, I think, is probably, well, here's 69, away 80. What was the lowest handicap you got before turning pro? 3. And what age did you start playing? 17 I started, 18 was when I decided, off a handicap of 20, I wanted to be a professional golfer. I have very supportive parents. How has the left-handed series impacted your lessons and teaching style? Has it been easier to help your students? That is a great question, and yes, it has. Swinging left-handed as a golf coach, I find, is probably the most invaluable lesson I've ever had, purely because time is the biggest key in golf. I know what I should be doing, yet I can't do it until my body, my brain learns the motor programs. And you can't, unfortunately, be super talented at golf and just pick up just like that. Some people get it quicker than others, and people have revelations quicker than others, but at the same time, you still got to go through the same process. The 10,000 hour rule is there for a reason. When playing a low lofted iron, say a 4-iron, what is the key? A centered strike at your normal swing speed, or speed through the ball? Both. Hitting a 4-iron is very difficult, and very rarely do I fit for a 4-iron nowadays. I'd say you need to at least 90 plus club head speed with an iron, realistically, to get away with hitting a 4-iron. Maybe a bit lower, but at the same time, if you can get away with a hybrid, please do use them. They're just more forgiving. Centeredness of strike with long irons is crucial and very difficult, but you need the ball speed purely to get the ball up in the air and get in that spin. As I was before, grip size and its effect on the golf shot. Again, as I said, it does have some kind of effect to club face, in terms of it's going to reduce how much your hands rotate or move through. It basically reduces, same as a putter. The bigger the grip, the less wrist action you will have, and also makes the club lighter. But as I said before, there are bigger things in the golf swing to worry about. I have a problem coming over the top. What would be the easiest way to correct it? Now, I could go down a load of drills and everything else, but that is purely pointless, mainly because you might not be able to come underneath. If you've had this problem for a very long time, please go and get like assessment in terms of rotation, flexibility. Like, I screen a lot of my lessons, especially my older clients. Don't know how old you are, but sometimes they physically can't get their body into a position to allow that club to come underneath. So if you've had that problem for a long time, then obviously go and get that checked, because your body might not do it, and it's pointless getting 6 lessons with someone because your body won't allow it. You can stretch, get more flexible, that helps. People overlook the fitness aspect in golf a lot. If you just started, then honestly practice and swing path, and there's tons of drills on YouTube. Honestly, just keep working on it and it will happen. How can I learn to control my wrist angles and club face at impact better? Thanks for the honest insight. Don't sell out. I'll try not to. I think I understand what you're trying to say, but in terms of club face control at impact is purely through repetition. When I started the game, my club face was all over the place, i.e. like open and closed. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Also strength in your wrists, gym work, fitness makes a massive difference. I can control the club face so much better now, purely because I've done all my long drive stuff than I ever used to, mainly because my hands and forearms are stronger. Definitely helps, as well as repetition and all the stuff that you're probably already doing. If you go back and change one thing in your golf life, what would it be? Love the videos, keep it up. Nothing. I've learned the journey, I've enjoyed being a golf pro. There's so many perks in terms of lifestyle and everything else. I wouldn't change anything. If I knew now what I know then, I'd obviously be a much better golfer, but obviously you only learn that through time, so not much. Are you ever thinking of trying to go on tour? Do you play any PGA events in the UK? No. If you're not new, I should say, if you're an OG of this channel, you know that's how this channel started. I wanted to get onto the European tour. I haven't got the time, coaching, playing, or talent, but I can hit the ball very fast, so that's why I'm doing the long drive stuff. And again, I haven't played any pro-ams apart from the Burford one that's coming up in a couple of months, so it'd be interesting to see how it goes. I feel like I'm better now than I ever have been because I play less and I care less, if that makes any sense. Would a hybrid be a good club to put in the bag for a mid-high handicapper? Yes. As long as you get on with them, definitely. Advice required on what to ask during a driver fitting for a relatively new player, and best drivers for beginners. Ask the person what you want from it, or tell them what you want from it, I should say. Do you want more forgiveness? Do you want more height? Do you want more length? These are the kind of things, and at the end of the day, if you're just beginning, buy a second-hand 4-year-old driver with no adjustable weights. The more adjustable weights in the head, the less forgiving it's going to be, because purely on physics of getting it all in there. You just want a nice wide head, like the Ping G400 Max, I'd say is the best driver for a very long time. If you don't want to get that because it's slightly more expensive, go for Ping G whatever. No adjustable weights is key. Have you ever thought about doing more course vlogs like with Will Shill, your mate that does the training? That is Gregory, or with other YouTubers? Yes, but again, it's just time basis. Obviously, traveling, time the vlogs, whereas you could spend a day and get 4 to 5 videos done. I love doing course vlogs. I love going out and playing. It's just time consuming, that's all. But yes, I would love to do more of them going forward. Top 3 things that annoy you when playing at your club, and more petty the better. Number 1, I don't get to go and play at my club, too busy. Number 2, people that get angry. You're out here to enjoy yourself. What are you getting angry for? And number 3, I can't get my driver out because this place is too short and too tight. What starter clubs would you recommend to junior beginners trying to break 100? Love the videos. Anything. Hand-me-downs. Go on Facebook Marketplace. You can get a full set of clubs like second-hand 100 quid, eBay full set of clubs 200 quid, or starter packages. Anything just to get you started, get you out there, get you playing. There's no right or wrong when you go and buy golf clubs. Just don't buy blades or small tiny heads in any description. Keep up the good work. Very underrated golf channel. As for my question, can you fix a Homer giveaway so that I win? Unfortunately not, but we will do the 20k giveaway when I get to 20k, and I'm looking forward to getting it out. I'm actually potentially going to play the Grove next week, so it'd be nice if I could get those out on the golf course and do some videos with them. But yes, as I say, I'm giving them away at 20k, so if you haven't liked, subscribed and everything else, do that now. So guys, there you have it. Thank you ever so much for watching the entire Q&A, and please leave your comments down below. We might make this a weekly thing if I get enough questions, and the more interesting, don't have to be about golf, more interesting the better. Thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.